In our first lesson about phrasal verbs with up meant an improvement. In our second lesson, up meant divide. If you want to watch those lessons, they're in the description. In this lesson, we're going to find out how up can mean movement, and we're going to learn 8 unique phrasal verbs with up. Let's go. Number 1, sit up. Are you paying attention? Sorry, I started to doze off. I didn't mean to. This is really important. Please sit up and focus. You have my full attention. Doze off is a phrasal verb that means fall asleep. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I started to fall asleep. I started to doze off. Please sit up and pay attention. To fix your posture in your seat, often to be more attentive. She sat up in bed to get a better view of the sunrise from her window. The students sat up when the principal started addressing them. These are sit-ups, the exercise. In order to do this exercise, this woman has to sit up. It's very similar when we're in a chair and relaxing or falling asleep and have to change our position to be more up. Number 2, grow up. I used to be so scared of dogs when I was little. Really? Did you get over your fear? I just gradually got used to them as I grew up. Well, I'm glad you overcame your fear. Remember, over is a word that's like the shape of an arc. Get over is a phrasal verb which means to recover from something. We're over the problem. We're higher and more powerful than the problem. We get over the problem. I stopped being afraid of dogs after I grew up. To mature, to become an adult. As children grow up, they learn more about how to handle their emotions. She grew up in a small town but moved to the city for college. Plants grow and people grow, but plants don't grow up. Only people grow up. Remember, it means mature. Do you think that children should use smartphones and screens while growing up? Let us know in the comments section. Number 3, shoot up. Here's a graph of our sales from last year. Wow, what happened in the fourth quarter? New product, new strategy, and the holiday season. Those sales really shot up, but they came down again in January. Down is the opposite of up, and when we say something comes down, it means we're not controlling it. It's just happening by itself. There's nothing to suggest that people perform the action when something comes down. It just happens in the opposite direction of up. It's impressive that the sales shot up like that in January. To increase rapidly and suddenly. The demand for online services shot up during the lockdown. Housing prices in the area have shot up over the past year. Shoot is a verb that implies something happens very quickly. Here, of course, up means a direction. We're talking about the line in the graph. In this video, we can see that the sales for the project are shooting up. Up, of course, can also mean increase, which also applies here. Number 4, dig up. Did you see what the dog found the other day? No. What was it? He found an old toy. He dug it up out of the backyard. I think I know which one you're talking about. I've been wondering where that went. I've been wondering something means I've been curious recently and I'm still curious now. It's a very common and useful expression. The dog dug up an old toy in the backyard. To remove something that's buried in the ground. The pirates found and dug up the treasure after days of searching. We need to dig up part of the backyard this weekend. In our video, these dogs are digging holes. They're probably looking for something. You can see that because they're digging, the dirt is moving up. Eventually, they might find something, and that will also come up out of the ground. Number 5, pile up. How's your week going? It's all right. There's so much work to do. Why? I thought your days were a little more relaxed. Some people called out sick, so the work is just piling up. Call out sick is an interesting phrase that I made a short video about on my channel. It means we're calling out of work, which means we can't work because we're sick. Call out sick. Some people are sick, so the work is piling up. To increasingly and continuously accumulate. During the busy season, the orders just pile up. Leaves piled up in the yard after the wind blew. A pile is like a group of things, usually things we ignore. For example, there can be a pile of clothes on the floor in our room that we haven't washed for some time. When these clothes pile up, they increase, and the pile gets higher. The clothes move up, just like the work in our example. Number 6, burn up. Oh my God, look! What is it? The house down the street is on fire. Look, it's burning up. I'll call the fire department. This person said, I'll call the fire department, and it was a very quick decision. When we decide something in the moment, it's very common to use the future with will. The house is burning up. To be on fire. The forest fire burned up acres of woodland. The building is on fire. It's burning up. Burn up has some different meanings. It depends on context. Here I'm only explaining the logic of one of those meanings. The house is burning up which means you can see the fire is moving up. If the fire reaches the ground and the house disappears, we can change this and say the house burned down. This isn't a rule. It's just an idea of how these abstract phrasal verbs work. Number 7, tear up. What's wrong? I'm just a little upset. You're tearing up. Do you want to talk about it? Not right now. I don't want to cry. Do you want to talk about it? The pronunciation of want to and then verb is wanna when we speak fast. Do you wanna talk about it? Do you wanna talk about it? I'm not saying want to, it's wanna. You're tearing up. Do you wanna talk about what's going on? To have tears in eyes. I started tearing up at the end of the drama movie. I don't want to look at those memories. I'll start tearing up. In this video here, this man has tears in his eyes. His emotions produced these tears, but he's not exactly crying yet because the tears are not on his face. Tear up is like the moment before a person cries and the tears come down the person's face. Number 8, throw up. I'm not feeling so good. You look sick. Did you eat something bad? I think so. My stomach is killing me. If you have to throw up, do it in the bathroom. If you say something is killing you, like my stomach or my head or my arm or something similar, it generally means that it hurts a lot. It's very common to say, my feet are killing me after you go walking for a long time. Throw up in the bathroom, not here. To vomit, to eject the contents of the stomach through the mouth. The stomach bug made him throw up several times. I've only thrown up once in the past 10 years. I feel great. This woman feels very sick. There's something bad inside her stomach, and it's moving up and wants to come out of her mouth. She's ready to throw up or eject her food. As always, thank you so much for watching. We're slowly learning what up really means in the English language, and part 4 is coming soon to give you some more English secrets for phrasal verbs. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next lesson.